Feeling stuck despite your prayers and hard work? The secret to breaking free might not be what you're doing, but what's growing in your living room. Is there something in your home that could be stealing your blessings without you knowing? Something that absorbs your energy and closes the doors to prosperity? You have prayed, you have worked hard, but you still feel that something in your environment is holding back your blessings. Perhaps it's not about what you do, but about what you have around you. Today, I want to reveal something few know, a secret that Padre Pio shared with his closest followers. It's not about superstitions, but about a profound spiritual principle. The plants you have in your home may be blocking your abundance. Millions of households have them without knowing the harm they cause. And today you might discover that you have them in your own home too. Ready for a spiritual wake-up call? Like this video, comment, open my eyes, and subscribe. Watch till the end for an unexpected truth that'll change everything. Have you ever wondered why some people, despite their faith and effort, fail to move forward in life? Why do certain homes seem to stagnate, even though prayers are said and divine blessings are sought? Padre Pio understood that our physical environment influences our soul and our ability to receive God's grace. Plants, as living beings that interact with our energy, can influence much more than we imagine. Some bring blessings, but others can absorb peace, drain abundance, and block the prosperity of an entire family. Today, I will reveal the 7 plants that could be closing the doors to your blessings. I will also show you which plants you should have in your home to attract protection, abundance, and spiritual harmony, according to the principles Padre Pio shared. If this message has reached you at the right moment, write in the comments, "Padre Pio, free my home." This simple act of faith will begin to open spiritual channels so that the information you're about to receive can transform your life. Stay until the end, because the 7th plant is the most surprising and might be in your home right now. Additionally, I'll share a powerful prayer from Padre Pio to cleanse your home of all negative energy after removing these plants. Spirituality reminds us that the visible and the invisible are in constant interaction. Padre Pio had a special gift for perceiving these hidden realities, and his teachings about our environment remain as relevant today as they were in his time. Are you ready to discover which plants might be silently blocking your prosperity and spiritual peace? Join me on this journey of discovery and liberation. The first plant that may be blocking your prosperity is ivy, known scientifically as Hedera helix. This climbing plant has a profound spiritual symbolism that few know. Ivy grows uncontrollably, spreading over walls and structures, suffocating everything in its path. In the spiritual realm, it represents financial disorder, emotional chaos, and a lack of control over our lives. Padre Pio taught that external order reflects our inner state. A home where chaos reigns can hardly be a channel for divine blessings. Ivy, with its invasive and excessive growth, creates exactly this kind of disordered environment in the spiritual realm. Many people who have ivy in their homes report a strange difficulty in organizing themselves economically. They feel that money slips through their hands, that no matter how hard they try, there are always unexpected expenses or inexplicable losses. This is not a coincidence. Ivy's energy directly affects your ability to maintain order in your finances. Have you noticed that despite your efforts to save or invest, you always seem to return to the same point? Ivy could be the invisible culprit behind this negative cycle. Its invasive energy prevents prosperity from stabilizing in your home, creating an environment of constant instability. To counteract this negative energy, Padre Pio recommended replacing ivy with plants like rosemary or lavender. These sacred herbs have the power to purify the environment, eliminating scattered energies and bringing mental clarity. Rosemary, in particular, has been used for centuries to attract prosperity and strengthen the spiritual connection with divine blessings. Now, before continuing with the other plants that might be blocking your prosperity, I want to share something special we've prepared. If you truly wish to deepen your spiritual knowledge and permanently transform your life, we've created an ebook called The Spiritual Secrets of St. Padre Pio. This exclusive material contains powerful prayers, reflections based on his teachings, and practical advice to strengthen your spirituality. You'll find specific rituals to energetically cleanse your home, protect it from negative energies, and attract the prosperity you deserve. To access this valuable resource, simply click the link in the comments. This knowledge could be the key that opens the doors to a new stage of abundance and spiritual peace in your life. Let's continue our journey through the plants that may be silently blocking the flow of blessings in your home. The second plant that could be quietly blocking your prosperity is the peace lily, Spathiphyllum. Despite its seemingly positive name and elegant beauty, this plant has a little-known but powerful effect. It absorbs the vital energy of the environment. Many people who keep peace lilies in their bedrooms or living rooms experience inexplicable feelings of fatigue, lack of motivation, or even sadness without apparent cause. This is because, although beautiful, this plant has the ability to absorb the positive energy of the environment, leaving it heavy and lifeless. Padre Pio himself warned about the importance of spiritual discernment. He taught us that not everything that appears beautiful is beneficial to our soul. Some of the most dangerous traps for our spiritual growth come disguised as beauty and harmony, as is the case with the peace lily. Families who have removed this plant from their homes have experienced an immediate change in the atmosphere of their houses. They report greater lightness in the environment, more personal energy, and, surprisingly, a better flow of opportunities and economic resources. The spiritual explanation is simple. By eliminating this energy vampire, you allow the energy of abundance to flow freely. The ideal plant to replace the peace lily is the snake plant, Sansevieria. This powerful plant not only survives with little care, but is known spiritually for its ability to protect the home against negative energies, envy, and the evil eye. It acts as a true spiritual guardian, purifying the environment and allowing divine blessings to enter without obstacles. The third plant that may be limiting your prosperity is lucky bamboo, Dracæna cinderiana. Contrary to its popular name, this plant may be creating a false sense of security that prevents you from taking action to improve your life. Lucky bamboo creates an illusion of passive prosperity. Its presence in many homes generates the mistaken idea that abundance will come effortlessly, simply by having the plant. As St. John Paul II taught and Padre Pio always reminded us, faith without works is dead. True prosperity requires both faith and action. People who keep lucky bamboo in their homes frequently report a strange paralysis in making important decisions. They feel comfortable in situations they should change, postpone crucial financial decisions, and experience a conformism that prevents them from seeking better opportunities. This subtle but profound effect is directly related to the energy of this plant in the spiritual realm. Lucky bamboo may be blocking your ability to receive divine inspiration for making bold decisions that would transform your economic life. It keeps you in an illusory comfort zone while true prosperity opportunities pass you by. The plant Padre Pio recommended to replace lucky bamboo is basil, Ocimum basilicum. This sacred herb has profound symbolism in many spiritual traditions. It attracts true abundance, stimulates the mind to make wise decisions, and creates a bridge between human effort and divine blessings. The fourth plant that may be silently blocking your prosperity is the cactus. These spiny plants, so popular in many homes for their easy care, have a spiritual symbolism that few know. Their sharp spines act as energetic barriers that prevent the natural flow of blessings into your home. Padre Pio taught that our heart must be open like a flower to receive divine grace. Cacti, with their protective spines, represent the opposite, a closed and defensive heart. In the spiritual realm, these plants are constantly emitting an energy of excessive protection that ends up repelling not only the negative, but also positive opportunities. If you've noticed that people avoid visiting your home for no apparent reason, or that business and personal growth opportunities seem to veer away from your path, check how many cacti you have in your house. Many families who keep several cacti in their homes report feeling inexplicably isolated, as if there were an invisible barrier between them and the outside world. This energetic barrier directly affects your ability to attract and maintain prosperous relationships, both personal and professional. Cacti, by constantly emitting this defensive energy, are sending a silent message to the universe. Stay away. Unfortunately, this message repels both the negative and the positive. In the financial realm, this energy translates into opportunities that never materialize, promising businesses that suddenly stall, or potential clients who initially show interest but then disappear without explanation. All of this may be directly related to the repellent energy of the cacti in your home. To neutralize this blocking energy, Padre Pio recommended replacing cacti with sunflowers. These magnificent flowers, which always turn to seek the sunlight, symbolize openness to divine blessings. They represent an open heart that constantly seeks spiritual light, creating an environment conducive to receiving abundance and opportunities. Sunflowers have the ability to transform negative energy into positive, acting as true magnets for prosperity. By placing sunflowers in your home, especially near the main entrance or in your workspace, you'll be sending a clear message to the universe. You are open to receiving all the blessings destined for you. The fifth plant that may be negatively affecting your prosperity is the fern, or samambaya. This plant, admired for its beauty and elegance, hides an energetic secret that few know. It is a powerful drainer of vital energy. Ferns require large amounts of water and constant attention to stay healthy. This characteristic is reflected in the spiritual realm, where they act as energetic sponges, constantly absorbing the vitality of the environment and the people living in it. In homes where ferns abound, it's common to find people who feel constantly exhausted for no apparent reason. They experience a chronic lack of energy, motivation, and enthusiasm, as if something were constantly draining their life force. This feeling of exhaustion not only affects physical well-being, but also directly impacts the ability to generate and maintain prosperity. Padre Pio taught that spiritual vitality is essential for manifesting abundance in our material life. When our energy is constantly drained, as happens in the presence of ferns, we lack the strength needed to materialize our desires and attract opportunities for economic growth. Families who have removed ferns from their homes report an immediate sense of lightness and renewed energy. Many describe how projects that seem stalled suddenly begin to move forward, and opportunities that seem blocked start to manifest effortlessly. This transformation is simply due to the release of the energy that was previously absorbed by these plants. To counteract the draining effect of ferns, Padre Pio recommended plants like lavender and rue. These sacred herbs not only purify the environment, but also act as energy generators, creating a protective field that revitalizes the space and the people living in it. Lavender, in particular, has the ability to balance the energy flow in the home, facilitating the manifestation of material abundance. The sixth plant that could be blocking your prosperity is the bonsai. These miniature trees, though admired for their beauty and Eastern symbolism, represent limited growth and artificial restriction in the spiritual realm. A bonsai is a tree whose natural growth has been intentionally limited through pruning and restriction techniques. In the spiritual realm, this plant sends a constant message to the universe: limit your growth, stay small. This subtle but powerful message may be directly affecting your ability to expand economically and develop personally. Padre Pio taught that God created us to grow and expand without limits, both spiritually and materially. Keeping plants that symbolize limitation and restriction goes directly against this divine principle of unlimited abundance. People who keep bonsais in their offices or workspaces often experience a strange difficulty in growing their businesses, despite their efforts and abilities. They feel as if there were an invisible ceiling preventing them from reaching higher levels of prosperity. This ceiling is the energetic manifestation of the message the bonsai is constantly emitting into the environment. In personal life, this restrictive energy can manifest as a feeling of being trapped in limiting circumstances, unable to expand beyond a certain point. Many people report that after removing bonsais from their homes or offices, they suddenly begin to receive better job offers, business expansion opportunities, or even creative ideas that previously seemed inaccessible. The plant Padre Pio recommended to replace the bonsai is mint, or the Amazon lily. These plants symbolize free growth, natural expansion, and abundance without restrictions. Mint, with its ability to grow and spread vigorously, sends a clear message to the universe. You are ready to grow without limits and receive all the blessings that belong to you. The seventh and final plant that may be silently blocking your prosperity is the hydrangea. This flower of extraordinary beauty, admired in gardens worldwide, hides a deeply negative spiritual symbolism that few know. Hydrangeas, despite their beautiful appearance, have traditionally been associated with sadness, melancholy, and emotional isolation. In many ancient cultures, these flowers were planted in cemeteries or used in funeral rituals, creating an energetic association with loss and pain. Padre Pio, with his extraordinary spiritual sensitivity, could perceive how hydrangeas created an energetic field of melancholy and emotional stagnation in homes. This energy directly affects the ability to experience joy and gratitude, two emotions fundamental to attracting and maintaining prosperity in our lives. Homes where hydrangeas abound often experience inexplicable family conflicts, emotional distancing among members, and a strange difficulty in celebrating and enjoying achieved successes. This atmosphere of emotional heaviness creates a direct block in the flow of abundance, as material prosperity is closely tied to our ability to experience and express joy. In the financial realm, this melancholic energy translates into an inability to enjoy acquired resources. People who keep hydrangeas in their homes often report that, despite having sufficient material resources, they feel an inexplicable dissatisfaction and sadness. Money comes, but it doesn't bring the expected happiness, creating a negative cycle that eventually blocks the flow of abundance. To counteract this negative energy, Padre Pio recommended replacing hydrangeas with sunflowers or marigolds. These radiant flowers symbolize joy, optimism, and gratitude. They have the ability to energetically transform any space, creating an environment conducive to celebrating life and receiving material blessings. Families who have followed this advice report immediate changes in the atmosphere of their homes. Conflicts decrease, communication improves, and surprisingly, they begin to truly enjoy the material resources they possess, which in turn attracts greater abundance to their lives. Dear brothers and sisters in faith, as we come to the close of this enlightening journey through Padre Pio's timeless wisdom, let's take a moment to reflect on the profound lessons we've uncovered and how they can transform our lives in practical, meaningful ways. The revelation that certain plants like ivy, peace lilies, lucky bamboo, cacti, ferns, bonsais, and hydrangeas may silently block our prosperity by disrupting the spiritual energy of our homes is both eye-opening and empowering. Equally inspiring is the knowledge that replacing these with sacred plants like rosemary, basil, snake plants, and sunflowers can create an environment where divine blessings flow freely. This teaching isn't just about plants. It's about recognizing that our physical surroundings are a reflection of our spiritual state. Padre Pio's insights remind us that small, intentional changes in our environment can unlock doors to abundance, peace, and joy that we may have thought were closed forever. This message resonates deeply in today's fast-paced American culture, where we often overlook the subtle energies around us in our pursuit of success. It's a call to slow down, observe, and align our homes with God's grace. What strikes me most is the simplicity of Padre Pio's approach. In a world obsessed with complex solutions and quick fixes, his teachings show that transformation doesn't always require grand gestures. Removing a cactus or planting a sunflower might seem trivial, but these acts carry profound spiritual weight when done with faith and intention. They're reminders that God works through the ordinary to bring about the extraordinary. For me, this is a humbling lesson. We don't need to overhaul our lives overnight to experience change. Instead, we can start with small, purposeful steps, clearing out negative influences and inviting in positive ones. This resonates with the American value of personal initiative, the idea that we have the power to shape our own destinies through deliberate choices. It's not about waiting passively for blessings, but actively creating space for them to manifest. Another key takeaway is the importance of gratitude and respect, even in the act of removal. Padre Pio's instruction to release plants with a prayer of thanks, "I thank you for your presence in my home, and I release you with love," teaches us to approach change with grace, not resentment. This principle applies far beyond plants. In our lives, we often hold on to habits, relationships, or mindsets that no longer serve us, fearing the void their absence might create. Yet Padre Pio shows us that letting go with love and trust opens the way for renewal. This lesson feels especially relevant in the context of American individualism, where we're encouraged to take charge of our paths, but sometimes struggle with how to release the past gracefully. By applying this, we can declutter not just our homes but our hearts, making room for growth and opportunity. The stories of Maria, Juan, and Carmen, ordinary people who saw extraordinary results after following Padre Pio's advice, illustrate the real-world impact of these teachings. Their experiences remind me of the American dream, the belief that with faith, effort, and the right mindset, we can overcome obstacles and achieve abundance. Maria's job offers, Juan's business growth, and Carmen's restored family harmony show that aligning our environment with spiritual principles can lead to tangible outcomes. These testimonies inspire us to act, not out of fear, but out of hope and trust in God's plan. They also highlight the power of community, a value deeply cherished in American culture. By sharing their stories, these individuals encourage us to support one another, reinforcing the idea that our personal transformations can ripple out to uplift others. So how can we apply these lessons to our daily lives? First, let's conduct a spiritual audit of our homes. Walk through your space with fresh eyes, asking, are there plants, objects, or energies here that might be blocking my blessings? Be honest, but don't judge yourself harshly. Padre Pio's teachings are about liberation, not condemnation. If you find ivy climbing your walls or a bonsai on your desk, don't despair. Replace them with rosemary or sunflowers, and do so with a prayerful heart. Beyond plants, extend this principle to other areas. Are there habits like procrastination or negativity that act like spiritual cacti, repelling opportunities? Are there relationships that drain your energy like ferns? Identify them, release them with gratitude, and invite in positivity, whether through new routines, uplifting connections, or moments of prayer. Second, let's cultivate an attitude of gratitude and expectancy. Padre Pio emphasized that gratitude is a magnet for abundance. In our busy American lives, it's easy to focus on what's lacking rather than what's present. Yet by thanking God for both the blessings we see and those yet to come, we align ourselves with His generosity. Try starting each day with a simple prayer. Lord, I trust you to fill my home and heart with your abundance. This practice shifts our mindset from scarcity to possibility, a mindset that fuels resilience and hope, qualities that define the American spirit. Finally, let's commit to consistency. Transformation isn't a one-time event, but a lifestyle. Regularly cleanse your home with Padre Pio's prayer, tend to your sacred plants, and stay vigilant about the energies you allow into your space. This diligence mirrors the American ethos of hard work and perseverance, reminding us that lasting change requires sustained effort. As you do this, share your journey with others. In a culture that values connection, your story of renewal could be the spark that inspires a friend or neighbor to transform their own life. As I reflect on this message, I'm filled with hope and excitement for what lies ahead. Imagine your home as a sanctuary of light, where every corner radiates peace and prosperity. Picture opportunities flowing effortlessly, relationships thriving, and your heart overflowing with joy. This is the life God intends for you, and it's within reach if you act with faith and courage. Padre Pio's wisdom is a gift, a roadmap to a fuller, more blessed existence. It's up to us to take the first step. So I invite you to act today. Walk through your home, identify any plants or energies that no longer serve you, and replace them with those that attract blessings. Say Padre Pio's prayer of purification as you cleanse your space. Write in the comments, "Thank you, Padre Pio. I receive your blessing of prosperity," and share how this message has touched your heart. Your testimony could be the encouragement someone else needs to break free from their own invisible barriers. If this video has blessed you, please give it a thumbs up, share it with friends and family, and subscribe to our channel for more life-changing spiritual insights. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a message that could hold the key to your next breakthrough. Together, let's create homes and lives that shine with God's abundant grace. May Padre Pio's wisdom guide you, and may prosperity flow into your life without restraint. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen.